So for today, I'm here in the tiny house, and goal for this video is to give you an overview of some of the things that we had to think about, Melissa and I, before we built our trailer, and also a overview of all of the costs that we had up until the end of 2015. There's three things that you really have to think about with building a tiny house. One is the height. It can't be more than 13.5 feet high from the road until the highest point on the house. It can't be wider than 8.5 feet, and that makes it road legal. And it also can't be more than the recommended weight, or the weight that the trailer can hold that you're building on top of. So for us, we purchased a flatbed trailer for $4,289, and we had to put it on credit cards because we didn't have that kind of money laying around around May of 2015. And so that was already a pretty big cost of the house. As of December of 2015, or mid-December, our house in total costed $15,334.78. And according to our calculation from our Excel spreadsheet, the total house weighed 8,663.5 pounds. Since mid-December 2015, we've kind of slowed down our progress on the house, partially because I landed a full-time job in May of 2015, and I had less and less time to work on the house, and it also required us to move the house, so that put more stress. But the major things that we did in 2016 were we purchased blue vinyl siding for the house with white trim, and that costed right around $1,000. And then we also put in a wood stove. So we actually borrowed the wood stove from a friend for free, and we had to pay about $500 for several pieces of single wall piping, and then the full kit that goes through the roof, plus the roofing materials, which was about $250, and the sink, which is a huge sink, and it costed about a little over $300. We haven't really had to spend all that much more money other than that on the house specifically very recently, and so that's why this we can probably estimate it closer to $20,000 specifically on the house if you count the solar system. Okay, so here's the reality check right now. This is how we are financially, this is how we are physically in the house, and I just want to give a rough guesstimate so far on what the total house costs have been with everything that we spent. So first, let's just start with the house costs. So I think if I were to estimate, it would be between $25,000 and $30,000 between everything that we spent money towards, including all of the latest things, like the camp stove and all of these other things. Like Melissa got a rebounder, for example, from the Biolite company, and all these little things. So I would say, again, $25,000 to $30,000 that we spent on the house, which is pretty significant. But at the same time, a lot of those things were like add-on things that you don't need in your house. Next, what does our financials look like right now? So currently, we still have a pretty significant portion of our house on a credit card that has 0 interest, and so we plan on paying that off within the next handful of months, so that we are out of credit card debt. Life currently is pretty inconvenient, although it's more convenient than it has been in the past. We have no electricity, as in the terms of having all house electricity. Of course, we have working functional cell phones and we have battery banks. We love the company Anker. If you want to buy a battery bank for your phone or for some other smart device, buy from Anker, Anker. The link will be below in the description. But we both fully believe that those are really great battery banks. So that's how we get our electricity for the most part. We charge them. I'll charge them at work, or Melissa will charge them at her work, and bring them home. They'll be charged, and then you can charge your phone as necessary. So for the most part, our laptops, we'll charge them when we can, and we'll have them at the house until they die, and then we don't have them anymore. So we mostly just use internet and phone and computers, like electricity, with our phones in that regard. We have a solar light that we're able to charge with a solar panel, also from Biolite, the same company with our stove that we bought. So that's really handy. So we have that light plus another battery lamp that we use at night to keep the light in. One of the really beautiful aspects of life right now in the tiny house is that we have this beautiful sliding glass door over on our end, and on one end of the house, that overlooks a really beautiful landscape. And in between two of these hills, you've got a glimpse of the Catskills, and we can see the sun setting every day right in that area. So it's a really beautiful place, and the sun comes right in, so there's some nice passive heating. And so that's one of the big pluses of where we are right now. But as I said, we don't have electricity, and we also don't have running water, but that doesn't mean we don't have water. So it just means that we don't take any showers or baths, or yeah, those two things. And we also don't do laundry in the house. And so what we can do is we can wash our dishes, wash our hands with soap, obviously, and it's kind of like camp style. And for showers, we shower at my parents' place when we need to, or we also have an agreement with the lady whose land we're renting right now to shower at her place. And so we shower when we need to, and yeah, that's basically it. And then we wash our clothes also at my parents' place right now. So we're still slowly working towards being more self-sufficient. We have a hand crank washing machine that is from Wonder Wash, which I can give the link below also in this video. And that will work really well once we get around to using it more. But currently we just don't use it. And we also have their spinner dryer that goes along with it that we will eventually use, I think, once we get the electricity fixed. But that hopefully gives you a good picture of where we are right now. And where we're going is we're kind of slowing a little down in the house, trying to focus on our finances, getting our credit card debt paid off, and just trying to focus on things more that we have always wanted to do but haven't taken the time to do. So like Melissa's working a lot more on her self, trying to improve her health and her wellness by doing more workouts and fun activities like that. And also we're both obviously still eating a vegan diet, and we're eventually going to go and cleanse ourselves to be raw vegan again. I'm really looking forward to that time, because honestly, I felt the best when I was raw vegan. Let us know if you have any comments, suggestions for future videos. We love to hear them. We want to know what you want, because ultimately you are our audience. So tell us, what do you want? Thanks so much, and see you next time.